Hi. Hello, hello. How are you all? I'm excited to join you tonight. I'm just going to check and see if I am hopping on live. I see myself. That's great. Awesome. All right, my friends. I'm taking a big risk here. I just want you to know. Big, huge risk. Say hi to me when you hop on and give StreamYard permission to use your name so then I know who you are. Because otherwise it'll pop up on my screen just as Facebook user. So I would love to, there's a little link right in that post where you're seeing me. If you could click on that and say, sure, you can use my name, StreamYard. Hi, April. Oh, it's so fun to have you on all the way up in Alaska. Is it cold? What's it like up there right now? I always think it's cold. Hi, Michaela. So much fun. Love you guys. Yeah, what's your weather like? I know Michaela is not too far from me, so it's probably hotter. So I'm taking a risk today when I'm teaching today because I have been outside with my friend. It's so sunny today. That must make you happy, April. Yeah, it must. So, because I don't know. Hi, Erin. Oh, so great to see you. Erin is my client who we've never met, but I already like her. So cool. It's hot down by Michaela. Yes, I figured it was because it's super warm up here. So I have a girlfriend that is fighting cancer and fighting it good. Like she's like an amazing woman. And she just needed a little time with a friend on a dock today. So I've been sitting outside with my friend all day and with no makeup on and, my hat and, my sunscreen and all that. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this on purpose because I was going to put my makeup on a little earlier. And I thought, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to do it with you guys. So what I did is I came in and I used the new micellar water and just did kind of a little bit of a clean on my skin because it just felt sticky. And, I'd been sitting outside, so I was warm. I had my day cream on, but did I have sunscreen on my face? No, not on my face. I mean, I had my day cream on that has sunscreen in it, but it just felt tacky and yucky. So I did my micellar water, just did and I don't know if you guys have used this product much, consultants out there. And I don't think, Erin, you have this, but the first few times, actually the first many times I used it, I used too much. And then my skin feels tacky. It's like just a few drops really on a cotton pad. And it's that pre-cleanse. It's just an awesome, great product. So anyways, I use that. And then I let it dry. I put a little bit of moisture. I'm trying to remember what I did. I put a little bit of moisture on my cheeks because I'm pretty T-zoney, especially in the summer. And then I let that dry. And then I did my primer. And I don't know why I have a sticker on the front of this primer. This is my primer. I'm going to show you guys all my products. Normally when I'm doing this, because I'm actually putting it on my face when I'm showing you, you guys are going to see all mine. Like you're going to see my compact, which is just like, a mess, but it's mine. So you're going to see it, my messy makeup table. So I put on my face primer for my foundation primer, because when you put primer on first, your foundation will last longer, especially in the summer. It will melt proof your makeup. It will hold it on longer. It has an SPF of 15 in it. So super important product. So I did that all over. And then I did my foundation only on my forehead. I know, what? Weird, right? And then I put my matte wear foundation on my lids because my lids are very red and thin. I'm just, I'm all one color. I mean, I got roots now, so that helps a little bit, but it really depends if I have roots or not. Depends on where my hair is. So, but I'm still all one color. So having a contrast and, any little bit of color discoloration, my skin just pops off. So my lids are very red naturally. As we get older, our skin just gets thinner, and that's what happens. So I put a little bit of matte wear foundation on my lid, and then I put on my eye primer. And I need to call my consultant because my eye primer is almost gone. Let me show you the tiny amount of eye primer that I use, because you don't need much. This is like the everlasting gobstopper eye primer. So that much. Like, can you even see that? It's like the size of a rice kernel. Is it a kernel? Grain. So I just tap it on my fingers, and then I tap it on my lids and in my crease and where I'm going to put eyeshadow. So now my primer, now my eye color is going to last. Pro tip, hack. I didn't do it because I want to do what you're doing, because I'm going to follow along on a color card because that's what I sent to you. And some of you have color cards and some of you don't, and some of you just watching. So follow along if you want, or watch. And then if you are on, say hi, because I think I saw somebody else pop on. Say hi to me. So if you are watching and you just want to watch and then try it tomorrow, great. Or if you want to do it along with me, great too. But here's a hack that I just recently learned, and I didn't want to do it again because I want it to be something that you do with me. But you take a little bit of primer, so a little bit of eye primer, and then you can actually take, and I'm just going to use my finger, and you can take a color. And I would use a brush, but I don't want to mess up my brushes because I'm going to use them with you. So you would take a brush or your finger, maybe. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it with a finger. But you can mix the color with the eye primer, and then it makes it last longer. And look at that. It really makes, so I did it with the Sunlit Rose right here. And then this is the Merlot. So some of you have the, this actually is the colors that we're going to use, that I'm using tonight, because I like this look. So look at that. And it's creamy. And then when it dries, so I did this about 10 minutes ago. So when it dries, it stays. Yeah. So Erin, you have the eye primer. So yeah, you can absolutely do that. So this is Sunlit Rose. This is Merlot. So yeah, there you go. There's a fun tip that I didn't want to do tonight, but wanted to share with you. But what I will do tonight is I will show you how to use our liquid. I'm going to use the pink Starlight liquid eyeshadow in just a second. So let's see. I did foundation on my forehead. I did my eye primer, foundation on my lids, eye primer. And then I take a color called Sandcastle. Sandcastle is a matte, creamy yellow. Why creamy yellow? Well, here's my messy makeup. Isn't that awesome? So this used to be my display case colors, and then I just took it all for myself. Now I use them. So it has sparkles in there and everything. But there's a color right here called Sandcastle. Messy, messy. And it's a creamy yellow. Why yellow? Because my lids are red. So you can see on, I forgot, everything's backwards here. So you can see on this eye, it has a little bit of color on it because I started putting it on, and then I went, oh wait, I'm doing it with you. But I almost always do Sandcastle as a base because it's yellow. Yellow's opposite on the color wheel to that red discoloration that I have on my lids. So it neutralizes out that readiness on my lids even more and gives a powdery finish to work off of. So I have this, I mean, literally I did the whole lid all the way up to my brow. I do inside here. I do the whole area. And with that Sandcastle. So if you're looking for a color that really is an awesome base, especially if you have redness, pinkness, blue, but it's kind of a red blue, and you're discolored on your lids, this color will really soften that out and give you a nice neutral base. Okay, so why am I telling you all these like details? Because really, honestly, your shadows your color will look so great with some of these tips before your primers, your foundation primer and so forth. So why I did my forehead only is because when I start to do my eye color, I get a little bit of fallout. And especially when I do my liner, which I did already because it takes me forever and I didn't want you guys to have to wait for me to do that. But I get fallout. So then I'm going to show you at the end, I'm going to do concealer and I'll do my foundation. Okay, so hang with me. That's my plan. Are you ready? Are you ready? Hey, Lourdes. Oh, great. Awesome. So is Lourdes must be, yes, I see that. So you got your mind blown on. Thank you, Lourdes, for being on. I appreciate you. Don't you love April? Oh my gosh, I love April. Absolutely love her. All right, my friends. So here's what else I'm going to show you that I have. This is the coolest thing ever. This is our cool brush holder. Let me turn it around because it says Mary Kay on it. It's cooler on that side. So this is our brush holder. You can put lip glosses in this too. So it's like, it's rubber on here. It has these little places you can stick things in. So I have in here our brush set, which I'll take you through each brush. Our brush set actually comes in this really cool holder. Travel case, I should say, and it zips around and it has pockets on the inside. So your brushes set in here. And then there's this great in between kind of thing that keeps things separate so you're not getting color all over the place. So then you have a pocket on this other side too. So really great to keep them easy for travel, but when I'm just sitting at my makeup table, then, or wherever I put my makeup on, then I have this. Okay, and I'll take you through each one of these brushes as we go. All right, let's see. Let me show you, let me see if there's anything else I want to show you before I start. If you are following along with me, grab your color card. Everybody's might be a little, there's 3 different color cards. The front of the color card shows an eye color. That's the, you know, the suggested eye color to use these eye shadows with. Is it set in stone? No, because this is actually a green hazel eye look, but I love this and I have very blue eyes. So this is one of my favorite looks actually. So I'm going to do this one tonight with you. So, and then I'm going to show you one other thing as we get started. So you saw my big compact, right? So this compact is a one big magnet and it closes really good. So you don't have to, worry about it opening when you travel. It's the magnet that closes it is awesome. So this whole tray is a magnet, and all these shadows are metal trays. So it snaps right in and holds in. Same with our cheek colors, same with our contours on our highlighters and our pressed powders. So you can create I put all eyeshadows in this one because I want them all. But you can put in, you know, cheek colors or you know, like I said, contours and so forth. So you get to customize your compact. You can do a big compact. We have a medium compact. So this one has in it our color. Let me show this to you this way. It stuck in there good. So this is our new quads that are limited edition. This is the warm pink quad. If I have here's the cool pink quad, so I can show you. Here's the cool pink quad. Wink of pink. I really like these two. These are fun for the season. But then over here on this side, you can see there's 3 eyeshadows. So these come right out. This is new to you. Sorry. It's hard to watch me when I'm struggling here, isn't it? So these shadows come out. So how many of you have a compact at home that you bought at the store and you love 2 of the colors and the other 3, right? Or 2 are light, the other 3 are dark. And so then the light colors run out and then you're stuck with the dark ones, and then it goes in your makeup cemetery, graveyard, whatever you want to call it. So this won't happen in Mary Kay. So there's 2 trays here in this medium compact, and you can create them how you want to create them. You customize it. Super awesome, right? So, and isn't it pretty? Just pretty. And I'm shaking that thing around. They are not going anywhere. So I'm going to show you how to use those. And let's see, what else do I want to show you before I get started? I think that's it. Okay. All right, my friends, you should see my table. It is looking so good. So let's get started. First thing first, let me show you one of our fun eye colors. So this is these are liquid eye colors. They come in 4 colors, and they're liquid. So they start out liquid, but they turn into a creamy, powdery formula. So this is the Pink Starlight, which I'm going to show you how to use. This is the Metallic Taupe, Light Beam, and Purple Nova. I always forget the name of that one. Purple Nova. I'm going to show you how to use the Pink Starlight with this look that I am showing you, which is Sunlit Rose, Merlot, and Blossom. All right. So you love that liquid? I do too. I love these, especially in the summer. Whoopsie. Hold on. Especially in the summer, because you can literally use one of these just really quick and portable and just, you know, literally use your finger with it. I'll show you how to do that. So I'll do one, but you can do this as just a quick summer look. Now, I already have my eyeliner on. The reason I did that is because you guys would have to wait forever for me to get my eyeliner on, because I take forever. So, but you would put this on probably before your eyeliner, but I'm going to put it on after. All right. So yeah, I wear contacts. Thank you, Michaela, for bringing that up. I wear contacts and I wear waterproof mascara, and I take my makeup off with our oil-free makeup remover and have no issues at all. So, okay. So what you're going to do, can y'all see me okay? You're going to tap this color on your lid. I have a little color on there already because I got a little ahead of myself. You can use your finger and then just blend that around on your lid. But I am going to actually use our cream color brush, which has seen some brushing, or concealer brush. It's one or the other. So it's for creamy product. And I'm just going to blend that on my lid. I'm going to have to get real close to that liner. I don't want to go over the top of my liner because I want my liner to be pretty black. So I'll tell you why I want my liner to be black. With my coloring, if I'm going to wear anything that has a pink undertone, like these colors that I chose, I need to make sure I'm pretty heavy-handed with my liner, because you want to have a barrier between any part of your eye that can be pink. And I don't know what I did, but I woke up the other day with this weird little red spot. So again, remember, I already said that I have a lot of pinkness in my eye. So if I'm going to put pink on pink, it's going to be pinker, right? And pink eye, not the goal. But if you do a eyeliner that's right in that lash line, like mine is, real, like right in where those lashes go in. I'm not all the way in the waterline underneath, but very close with my waterproof gel liner is what I'm using. Or you can use the waterproof liquid liner pen, or you can use our pencils, which are water resistant, almost waterproof. Okay, so let me do the other side. Do you see how I did that? Just that color right on my lid. So I'm going to do the other side with this pink Starlight. Love, love, love it. I'm doing this with, I'm taking a big risk here, I'm telling you guys, because I use a magnify mirror in my bedroom, a Costco awesome lighted mirror. But today you guys get the Stephanie with no glasses on and no magnified mirror. I'm going to pull you a little bit closer because I see them a little far away. Get you guys a little closer and see a little better. Yeah, I hope. Hold still. I think that's stronger. Okay. All right. That a bit. You can see me a little better there. Okay. So same thing, just right across that lid, only in the lid. Now with liquid color, you are going to get, oh, it's funny, it looks so much darker on one side than the other. It's probably because I put a little more extra on this side because I started already. What will happen with the liquid is, because it takes a little bit to dry, you may get a little, I guess I'd say like transferring up here on into your crease. Don't worry, we're going to put a matte there. I prefer a matte in my creases where you want to create shape, and a shimmer where you want to have maybe a little bit of a pop, like a little, catches somebody's eye. And I'll teach you about this brow area. And here, I want you guys to notice something about my eyes right now. You're going to notice this because I can see it. I have two screens, so I can see myself over here. And I bet you guys can see this. Do you see how on this side mostly, you see how this looks like it's coming off my face and it looks heavy? It looks like it's drooping, which it is, because that's what happens when you're 56. So, but you can see this is all coming off my face. A little bit over on this side, but I have more drooping on this side for whatever reason. So this side has that light sand castle color on it, right? So think about this. When you were a kid and you were learning painting in school and you were in art class, what do light colors do on a painting? What do light colors do on a painting? Think about paintings that have light maybe in the window, or what do they do? I know you're all thinking this. They come off the painting, right? They come towards you. They travel forward. What does dark colors or darkness do on a painting? It pushes back. It's the same thing in our faces. That's why contouring, and it reflects light. So when there's a light reflection, there's going to be it says it's pointing. Notice, notice, notice. So this is saying, notice, Stephanie, how you have this drooping over here. Isn't that nice? No drooping. So we're gonna use an optical illusion with a mid-tone color and a darker color and push that back. So when I get to this part up here on your eye, when I teach you how to highlight this little part up here on the top of your eye, which most people do, I'm going to show you. I'll teach you why you do and for certain people why you shouldn't. Okay, so because of that coming off your face and going back. All right, so shadows push back, darker shades create shadows and push back, lighter shades come off your face. Okay, so I want you all just to look at yourself in a mirror, or just remember this information to look at yourself in a mirror later. But I want you to just notice, like, do your eyes set back further? so you have a little bit of a shadow that's cast naturally over your eye. So if you have a deep set eye, you're going to have a shadow that's casted in, so your eyes might look a little shadowy. Or maybe you have more of a prominent eye and that's maybe set out a little bit more. Typically, there's going to be a lot of lid that shows with a prominent eye. Do you have, are your eyes closer set? So like, for example, you could measure, roughly measure, don't be perfect, but you would measure, the width of your eye, move it to the center, and it should be about normal. We shouldn't say normal. Average width would be about the same width of your eye between your two eyes. Okay. So, and it's not like one's better than the other. You are created perfectly the way you are. It has nothing to do with, is prominent better than blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, it's you. You are the most important. So close set means eyes set a little. So you're going to probably have a little bit of a narrower bridge. Or wide set, you might have a wider bridge on your nose area. So there's going to be things you're going to want to watch with that. So pay attention, and I will show you on your screen. I had posted a picture on Facebook. Let me show you now this picture. I posted this, so if you want to print it, you can. So this shows, excuse me, standard eyes. So that's kind of like they're not deep set. They're not necessarily close set or wide set. There's, you have a bit of a crease to work with. So a wide set eye, you can see, look at the wide set eye. You can really see the difference in where that color placement is. So darkness towards the center of an eye area is going to create shadow, which pulls the eyes together. Okay, so if you have a wide spaced eye, that's an area you would want to put a darker shade. Standard eyes, you can put that darker shade more out here and give that kind of lift to that outside corner. That's my eye, so I'm going to show you how to do that. A close set eye, you see how we bring that dark shade out further. Can you guys see that pretty good? So you're going to bring that darker shade out a little further, even right to that edge of that brow where that your eyebrow comes down, because that's going to pull the eye out and give it that more of shape that gives a illusion. All right, hooded lids, because a hooded lid, this area, like I showed you on my eye, that area that droops a little bit, what you're going to do is put a mid-tone or even a dark shade right on that drooping, so that pushes it back, which then causes your eye to jump off the face. All right, deep set eye. You see how this is a very unique look for a deep set eye. So you're going to pull that color around the outside corner and give an illusion of brightness on the lid, a little bit in the crease. So there's going to be a brightness to the eye, because if you put a bunch of dark on a deep set eye, what's going to happen? It's going to get even more deep set, right? It's going to darken up even more and can almost look like you have two holes in your head. Like right now, when I look at mine, because I'm all one color so much, I mean, I have my brows on, so that helps. But because I've lined all the way around my eyes, because I wanted to show you in this demo what it's like to have liner all the way around your eyes. If I don't put color on, I look like I have two holes in my eyes. I mean, two holes in my head. Not a good look. And then a single eyelid, meaning there's not much of a crease. So then you create a crease. So you can see this dark shade here, this blue shade, which signifies that dark shade, is creating the illusion of a crease. So that dark shade pushes back into the eye area, creating a brighter open eye. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? So any questions so far, please feel free to ask questions. I'm going to take this down for a sec and then come back up, and I'm going to show you then taking your colors. So I'm going to do this look. And so these are so much fun. You guys, if you haven't seen these as consultants, these look cards are really cool. And these can only come from your consultant. You cannot order these. So off comes the film. I am going to start with the all over color brush, which looks like this. The all over color brush is a kind of, I call it a rectangle brush. You can see it's the same shape on both sides. So I use this brush to put that sandcastle on as a wash. Sometimes, now I have multiples of our brushes, so this comes in the brush set. So sometimes I will use the smudger brush if I want to get in a little closer. I have two of these, and you can see this is the one I use for lighter shades. And then I have one that I use for darker shades. I just didn't bring it in here because I wanted to try to use just the brushes in the set. But you see how that one's the same shape all the way around. It's kind of more pointed and a little smaller. This one has a bigger area. So I'm going to start with color number 1. Color number 1 is considered a mid-tone. The mid-tone color, ooh, there it is. The mid-tone color is a color that it's not the dark color. The dark color pushes back on your face, right? The mid-tone color will also do that too, but not with the same drama. Then this shade right here is the highlight color, shade number 3. And that's the one that you're going to put places that you want to come off of your face. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to take my bristles and I'm going to use my bristles on the sides of the brush. I'm not doing this. You can do that at different times, but for this look, I'm doing the sides of the bristles. And you have to kind of work at it a little bit to get the color off these cards. It will come off a little bit differently in the palette. So I'm going to get a little bit of color on there. I was just going to tell you something. I forgot what it was. Oh, with your brushes, you want to use very soft touches. You pretend that it's just you're super gentle. So then I like to take my color and just tap it on the back of my hand so I can see how much comes off. Oh, I need to add a lot more color there because it doesn't come off these cards super easy. The mattes hold on a little bit more. This is a shimmer. So I like to just be like, okay, I see how much is coming off here. All right. So I'm going to use this right over that pink starlight. I showed you the pink starlight because I just wanted you to see an option. Like if I was going to use my pink starlight all by itself, I would have brought it up a little bit higher into this area. I would have brought it up here. But I'm not going to do that today because I'm going to put a powder over it. I like putting powders over those liquid shadows because those liquid shadows have such great shimmer. So, all right. So I am going to just place this color. And when I say place, I mean I'm literally placing it. I'm not brushing back and forth like I'm painting. If I didn't have my eyeliner on, I would probably do a little bit more of that, but you're going to place it on your lid. So think about putting it right where you want it. Place it. So you see that shimmer? Isn't that shimmer pretty? I love this color, especially in the summer. This color is so much fun. My other favorite summer color is Shiny Penny. It's literally a penny color and it's super shimmery. It's so much fun this time of year because it catches the light. It's just really pretty. So I will bring I don't have to be super even with it because as far as like, is it all the way out to the outside corner? Because I'm going to put another color out there. So if it goes all the way out to the edge, great. If it doesn't, it's no big deal. And I'm going to get it right into that inside corner, but I'm not going to worry too much about getting it in here yet because I'm going to go back in there with something else. Okay, so this is your lid color, your mid-tone. So what are some other colors you could use here? I love Shiny Penny. Burnished Bronze is really a pretty interesting shade for maybe a little bit more deeper toned skin, like maybe beige toned skin. Burnished Bronze is pretty. Rustic has almost a little bit of a green in it as a mid-tone. It's kind of a green brown with a shimmer. So some of you brunettes, that looks really great on brunettes. Those of you that love purples, the Frozen Iris is fun. What else am I thinking? I'm forgetting. Oh, no, never mind. That's a matte. Okay, so I got my two colors, my pink Starlight and my Sunlit Rose right over the top. So yours is probably going to look a little different because yours doesn't have that pink Starlight underneath. And your skin tone's going to affect how it goes on. So can you see that I didn't worry about, it's so different when I look on the screen, but I didn't worry about is it even up here because I'm going to go over that with another color and blend. Okay, so I am going to go to the next color, color number 2, which is the dark one, and I'm going to use this brush. This is the angle brush. So you can see that it has skinny end and a pointy end. Now, Merlot. Merlot is a beautiful brown. Hold on. My mascara tried to escape. A beautiful, it's not really a brown. I shouldn't say it's a brown because it's not. It isn't a red purple. It's a deeper purple, gorgeous, rich purple. So little bit of color, and I'm getting this on the tips. Okay, so this is on the tips. I'm not doing this with it. It's the tips of this one. The other brush, I use the side because it's a little, the bristles are kind of angled. Okay, so this one, the bristles all poke out the top. That's where it's going to catch the color. Okay, so color, 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 and always with a dark color, you're going to tap it on the back of your hand and see, okay, that comes off pretty dark for me. For some of you, no big deal. All right, this is where it gets tricky for me because I don't have thank you. So Lourdes, what was it that you really liked? I know you said I love that, but I wasn't sure what it was. I'd love to hear. Okay, so bristles, long end down. You can't see that. Long end down. It's gonna fit right in the angle of my eye. If I go this way, sideways, like that, it's gonna make a line. I don't want a line. I want it to blend on gently. Okay, so, oh yeah, you like the shimmer. Me too. I love shimmers. Okay, let me talk about color, dark colors. With our shadows, they are mineral shadows. And it's what you want to do is you want to build your depth of color. So start with a little color, go back and you can add a little bit more. Go back and add a little bit more until you get the depth of color you want. What most people do is they put the color on and then they go blend. And then you have mud. Okay, so we don't want mud. We want to build color. All right, so I'm going to start on this outside corner. I'm building from, can you see me? I'm going to start right above where I put my liner, and I'm going to do my, this is the hardest side for me to do because my crease is funny on this side. I don't know, it's 56, happens. Little color, check it. So I made a little, can you see that? I made like a little, because I have a standard eye. So see that standard eye picture? Let's go back. So my standard eye, I'm going out here. So outside corner of that lid and then out, I'll show you that in a second. So if you have a wide set eye, I would start probably in the middle with the color and move it towards the inside of the eye. I wouldn't start in the inside. Wherever you start the color, it's going to be the darkest. So I would start with it maybe center, bring some color down to the end or out to the outside corner. Close set eye is going to be similar to what I'm doing, but just way further out. I'm going to bring it more in towards my nose. You're going to keep yours out. Hooded eye. Hooded eyes are actually pretty easy to do because you're just going to create a crease right in there. I will teach you to take this, what's the word? The hooded eye used your highlight over your lid, but that's okay. I'll show you how to do that over the top of your base shade. You can actually put your highlight over your base shade too. So that deeper shade is going to just go right in your crease and follow it. Not so much on your actual blinky part of your lid. Deep set eye, you just got to practice. It really is a practice with this deep set eye. But see how it comes around the bottom too? I'll talk about that in a sec. And single eye, you want to, where your eyeball starts to head back into your head, you want to go just a little above that. And that's going to create a crease. All right, since I don't see you all, I don't know what we have, what kind of eyes we have out there. All right, so mine's a standard eye. So very similar to what you would do with a, probably the close set eye. Okay, so I'm going to start here and I'm going to bring that color out just so you can really see it and follow along. And I'm not going to worry about if I get a bunch of color down here because I'm going to clean that up when I'm done. Okay, then I'm going to take my angle brush. I did not add more color because I'm going to pull this color. Y'all see that? I'm going to pull this color very gently. You guys see, look, my skin is not moving. Don't move your skin. You want to just very gently use your brush in that angle, right in that angle, and pull that color around. Right around in that crease. I may or may not get the other eye done. I might just do one eye so you guys can, so it doesn't take so long. And I'm going to do it kind of dark so you can see it. Okay? So it's almost like I did a sideways V. So little piece of pie. And then I'm going to bring that color right into that crease. And I'm going to stop about halfway because I'm going to show you what I like to do with my blending brush. I have two, I don't know if you guys are following along, so I don't know if I'm going too fast. Oh yes, building the color. Yeah, really important because otherwise you just blend it all together. Okay, I have two blending brushes. These are our new blending brushes. This does not come in the set, but I believe you can still get the little holder and a blending brush as a set. So ask your consultant, super cool. But I have two of them. One of them I use for color. I put a little sticker on here and it fell off. One of them I use for color and one of them I use for blending. Okay, so the one that's for blending is only for blending. So then I'm not adding more color, okay? So I'm gonna take this blending brush and I'm gonna blend my edges. I love this blending brush. I'm just gonna bring the color around the corner a little bit, but you see how I'm not moving my skin? No skin movement, because you start doing that and you're gonna get dash marks with your color. So just blend that edge. See how that softened that edge? I'm still gonna keep it dark in the crease because I want it that way for now. But you guys can see how, because I have the discoloration on my skin where I don't have foundation and I don't have lip color on, and you know, I have color that fell underneath here. Wait till you see when I put concealer and foundation on and your eye will pop. It's so exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna just blend that color just like that. Now, what I like to do is I like to have, you guys can see now, remember this eye was like drooping, right? It's not drooping anymore, but I think it needs to go up a little higher, don't you? So let me find my angle brush again. I'm gonna get a little bit of color, a little bit of Merlot, and I'm just gonna bring it up just a smidge higher, just a smidge. And again, I'm keeping it rounded too. That's the other thing a lot of people do is they put their color on and they go, and it's like flat. You just flattened your eye. In fact, I kind of did. You see how it's flat? And let me round it up a little bit. I'll show you. You want to keep your eye the shape that it really is. And that's round. I'm going to bring some color down here. So what that's going to do is that color then is going to, see how that pushes back this droopiness on my eye? I just made an optical illusion. So I'm going to blend this color a little bit because it's a little bit dark, but I am going to do a dark shot. I'm doing a dark look on purpose. So blending the edges with my blending brush, throwing my brushes around. So blend that. When I say the edges, I mean the edges of the color. So I'm not going in the middle and just going blah and blending it. I'm blending my edges. And remember, I'm going to clean this up, so I'm not going to worry too much about that edge. So color, I like my color for me to go from the corner of my eye, corner of my nose, corner of my eye, and that's where my brow should stop. Looks like I should bring my brow out just a smidge more. So corner. And so that gives a lift to the outside corner of my eye. For me, that's for me. So some of you might have a downward cast to your eye. Outside corner is kind of downward. If that's the case, then make sure that you really make sure that that color stays, that dark shade doesn't go past that angle. Because you can see I have this color right here that fell. It kind of gives a like a look, right? You'll see how it goes away when I put my foundation and concealer on. Okay, so I've softened that edge. Here's something I like to do with that base shade. I'm going to go back to I'm going to use my blending brush, but my color blending brush. So it's shaped the same. So it's kind of pointy and the bristles are longer, so they're softer. Meaning they're not stiff. Stiffer bristled brushes. Say that 10 times fast. Stiffer bristled brushes will lay more color because they don't slide over the skin quite as easy. More looser brushes will lay your color on a little softer. So I'm going to take this brush, and I'm going to go back to my base shade a little bit. I'm just going to do a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do right over the top of that Merlot in a circular motion. And I'm just going to put a little of that Sunlit Rose all the way around the top of that. And it just softens up a little bit. Needs a little more, doesn't it? In the mirror, it looks different than when I look at the screen. So I want you to see it, so I'll be a little more generous. So again, I'm going to bring it all the way out here because I'm going to clean that up in a minute. So mid-tone shade went on this part that was drooping. So Merlot in the crease because it's a matte. It creates shape. Shimmers on the lid because they pop. And then you can do a little bit of a matte or a shimmer up on this part of your eye. Only if, now let me say this, now that I just said that. When I say shimmers up there, I'm going to retract that. I would stick with mattes if you have this part of your eye that really is drooping and is heavy. Mine's not quite that heavy, but I do have friends that have just over time, you know, this part gets droopy and heavy. And so if you put a shimmer on there, it's going to go bam and just like come right off of your skin. And especially if it's a light shimmer. A darker shimmer you could get away with, but still the shimmer is going to reflect the light, like Michaela said. And so if you're getting a lot of reflection on this area, it's saying, notice me, notice me. Like that's not what you want, right? So again, keeping that Merlot, which is the matte, up highest, not highest, on that part that is the droopy part, makes it go, makes it disappear. See that? I'm going to do this because it gives me a little bit of a droop by having that color around the corner of my eye. All right. Make sense? One blending brush for blending, one blending brush for adding color. It's just a little extra brush in there I like. All right. The smudger brush. Or is this called a smudger brush? I think it is called a smudger brush. You can use this to smudge eyeliner if you're using a liquid, or I mean a pencil liner. You can use this because it's kind of pointy and tapered on the end. So you can get like right in there. So you can put a darker color on it and you can go over your liner if you like that. So like if you're like, oh, I want a little, you know, Merlot over my black liner, then that's beautiful. Do that right over the top. It's really pretty. And you would use this brush. I'm going to use this brush with the third shade, the highlighter shade. So, oops, I'm not going to do it with Merlot. I missed. Okay, so a little bit of color on the tips because I want to be able to control it. If I have color along the sides and all over the place, I can't control where it goes. I want it on the end. I'm going to tap it on my hand so I can see how much comes off. And then I'm going to put this color right at the very top of my brow. I am not putting color here. I am not putting light color there. I'm not going to brighten that area because what happens is then that area pops again off my face, which is not where I want. I want my eyes to pop, not my droopy. I'm glad I did this eye because it is droopier than the other one. Okay, so right at this high point, that high point then gives the illusion of a lift. Now, it's hard to tell, I know, because I have this going on, but can you see how this side lifts so much better than this side? Like so much more lift, right? And this part pushes back in my head. We do need to clean it up though. All right, are you all with me on your eye colors? What else? Ask me questions if you need to. Yeah, the brush set's really awesome, April. Our brush set price is really good. Can somebody type in what the brush set price is? I can't remember what it is, but brushes can be so expensive. And you get the all over powder brush. You get the cheek color brush. I'm going to show you how to use all of these. You get the angle brush I showed you, the all over eye color brush I showed you, and you get the smudger brush. So you get 5 brushes. I want to say it's 55, but somebody confirm that for me. I don't know why I can't remember all of a sudden. All in that little zipper case. And then if you like the blending brush, ask your consultant about this little doodad that comes with the blending brush too. The other brushes we have that I showed you was the concealer, cream concealer, and liquid eyeshadow brush. Our brushes are all 55. Yeah, that's what I think that's right, April. All of our brushes are synthetics. We just switched to synthetics recently because they've just become so advanced. And so cleaning them is really awesome. So what I do with brushes, every once in a while, like every other week or so, I'll use Dawn liquid detergent because that helps with get rid of the oils. And so you just want to, swoop it around and then rinse it good and then lay your brushes down to clean. You don't want to leave them this way because the water can go into the handle and it will just, they won't last as long. And our brushes last a long time. This is our foundation brush I'll show you in a second. And then we also have the brush cleaner. So the brush cleaner is to be used in between and that disinfects and is really great. So I just take the brush cleaner, and then I go around on a, just like that. I it on a Kleenex. I don't know why I did that. Okay, we did eyes, We did the colors. I'm just going to do one eye because you guys then don't have to wait for me. Okay, so let me show you how to clean it up. All right, so this is how you clean it up. I use two concealers. I use the under eye corrector and the concealer. They're two very different products. I do have mascara on already, again, because I didn't want you guys to have to wait for my wimpy lashes to have 5 coats to even look like I have lashes. So let's clean up. So this area is all just very ruddiness. There's now purple shadow down here. But, oh, I know, I forgot something. I'm sorry. There's one thing I was going to show you also. Something fun. This light shade. For those of you that have shadowy areas, like I do, it's great for these shadowy areas. Right in here, right in this shadowy area, right at the tear duct, right where the tear duct is. And then I go right up and put that light shade right in there. So it pops my eye open. Can you see that? I really like to use a like Gold Status or Candlelight. They're shimmeries too. This one is a matte, so it's going to give a really different look. But you can even bring a little bit of that shimmer around this inside corner. I'll bring a little of the whiter, this blossom. The blossom has a little bit of a pink undertone. I'll bring it around this corner a little bit. You'll see when I clean it up how it pops. So that's a really fun tip too. You can see the difference, can't you? It's like this is less just shadowy. My eye pops out so much more. It almost looks like this eye is bigger. All right, so that was a tip I didn't want to forget to tell you. Concealers and under eye correctors, what are the difference? Under eye corrector has a peachy undertone. So the peachy undertone, you're going to notice it right away. So this is for ivory and beige skin only. So it'll be too light for bronze skin. So you can see that peachy undertone. All right, so this is what I do. My under eye corrector is made to take care of, it's correcting, it's not covering. And so, remember I said that peachy or that color is on the yellow is on one side of the color wheel, and then there's that more red tone on the other side of the color wheel. They're called complementary colors. So they neutralize. So this peachy yellow undertone neutralizes out red, just like I did with that light shade on that light yellowish shade on my lid. It neutralized out the red. So if there's blue, red, dark shadowy areas that need to be corrected and erased, that's what you use the under eye corrector for. So you can see my shadow, right? You can see this darkness that runs right down here, and it's almost red. It doesn't look quite as red in the image I'm seeing that maybe you're seeing. So I'm going to go right on that darkness. The other area I get dark is right, or discolored is right there. Okay, so that's my under eye corrector. It's super creamy. It has light diffusing properties, different than light reflecting. Diffusing means the light goes out in all different directions. So it says, don't notice me. So it's saying, don't notice me, dark circle. All right, now I'm going to use my cream color brush that I did not use my cream color for. This is the one I use for my concealer. So this is concealer cream color brush. And I'm not going to really worry about getting it perfectly blended in. I'm just going to pat it. Oh, the other thing I did is I put a little extra eye cream out here. Right before I do my shadows, I put a little extra eye cream out here because I got some creepy creepies. And so I don't want I want this to go on real smooth. So I'm just going to use my brush. I'm going to go right along where you can see I put my eyeliner like along inside my lashes, almost on the inside of that wet line, but not completely, because I don't have lashes much and they're really wimpy. So then that gives more lash look, a thicker lash look. So I'm going to use the tips of this brush, and this brush is like very tapered. See what I mean by tapered? It's like pointy on the center and flat. So you can really get in there good. So I'm going to dip a little bit more under eye corrector off my hand, and I'm going to get in the shadow a little bit better and just clean that up. And I call that the Nike swoop. So it's like you go up and around and clean that area up. Can you just from that, you can see the difference in that color, right? And how I got rid of some of that darkness where that purple was hanging out. So that's corrected the color, but now I look a little bit like I have white underneath my eye, right? There's that like raccoony kind of a look. So that's where your concealer comes in. So this concealer is literally going to do what it says. It's going to conceal. Clever, right? So I'm going to tap it in. Let's see if I can do this without using my mirror. Oh gosh, no, I cannot. That's way backwards. So I'm going to tap it in kind of a triangle, just like this, just like that. Because what happens when people use concealers, a lot of times they put concealers in this little circle area and they put their foundation on and it's like, I look like a raccoon, opposite raccoon with white circles. So you need that concealer to blend into your foundation. I'll show you in a sec when I put my foundation on. Okay, so I'm going to just blend this with my brush. I get really red around my nose too, so I put some concealer around my nose. And then I'm going to run it right up in this area. So right over gently where I did my under eye corrector. So that's going to, see how that just gives nice coverage over that? So it's corrected the color and now it's giving coverage but without being heavy. And, you know, I got some crinkles, not many because of retinol, but I got some. So I'm taking that brush again and I'm following that line that I want to keep my color at. And I kept that color dark so you could see it. Kind of like it for a nighttime look, huh? So I'm going to go clean up that edge, right around that edge. See the lift in my eye from side to side? This eye has so much more lift than this eye. This looks droopy. All right, so I'll clean. Different, yeah? Okay, my new favorite that I just started doing for the summer. I use CC cream most all summer. And thank you, April. I use CC cream most all summer because it has all the complexion correction things that CC cream has. It helps with redness and ruddiness. It has sunscreen in it. It's light. It's awesome. I love it. I often will use it on my throat and my décolleté if I'm wearing something kind of more scoopy neck and I want that nice sheer smooth look. Great product, the CC cream. But I'm going to show you how to use our foundation. I wear the luminous wear because I have drier-ish skin. Not as much this time of year, but I'm going to show you how to use our blending sponge. You can see I've been using it. So what I did is I took this and I ran it under water and then I wrung it out really tight, really, really, really tight. Yes, Lourdes, it's under eye corrector. So make a note, April. Under eye corrector, one of my very favorite products. Can't do without. Okay, I put my foundation on the back of my hand. So you can see my hand is a real mess. This is my eyeliner, the gel eyeliner. I just left it on there so you could see it. My hand gets to be a big mess. And I just go in my bathroom and I take my oil-free makeup remover when I'm done and just clean off the back of my hand and it's all awesome. Okay, so I have my foundation right here. And that's a small amount, you guys, tiny little amount. And watch what happens. I'm just going to barely tap because that's really all I need for this whole side of my face. So this is wet. I should say it's damp. So this sponge is damp and it gives the nicest coverage. So I'm just going to tap it around. I'm going to do half my nose. I'm going to do half my face all the way around. And I'm just going to tap this in. I do have to hold my hair up because it gets in my hair. And I go right down to my jawline. I go a little bit under my jawline because my my throat can be is a different color than my face. So you can see how that little tiny little bit of foundation, for a summertime, nice, like, you know, good coverage, but not heavy coverage because, you know, it's at that kind of melt proof time. We just don't want a lot of product on our faces. Now, if I was going to wear this kind of eyeshadow, I'm probably going to be a little more dressed up. Awesome, Lourdes. I'm so glad that it's being helpful to you. So watch what happens to my chin where, I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm very red on my chin. It's going to like really, and underneath my nose. I had chickenpox when I was in my 20s really bad. Like I had hundreds of chickenpox on my face. So I have lots of discoloration from those chickenpox. And I'm going to go right over my lips because then if I was getting ready to, like, you know, be all done, I would put my lip primer on. And then my lip primer, then I would let that dry. And lip primer helps with those little lines around your lips also, but it helps your lipstick stay on beautifully. Okay, so can you guys see the difference? I mean, look at that. The difference is pretty remarkable from side to side. I think it's even. I can't see with my my glasses, but I'm pretty sure it's even. Yep, I think it is. So look at the difference from side, just some discoloration. My skin's so much better from retinol. I can't even tell you guys. And from side. But even this eye look, if I brought that pink starlight up a little higher, that'd be a great eye look for the summer, wouldn't it? Just, you know, that one color of that liquid eye color is really a great color. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. And the reason I'm going to let it dry is because I'm going to put some powder on next. And you always want to think about this. When you put on a liquid product, is it really different for you guys to learn how to put your foundation on after you do your eyeshadow? It's different, isn't it? For most people. But what I want you guys to think about is powder products do best and last longest when they're put on a powder product or a primer. So a primer turns into a powdery finish. So that's why you put a primer on first. And then I put that base eyeshadow on, and then I did my color after that. I won't get any creasing. I won't get any fading on my eyes. They will last all day long into the night with my eye color. I don't even know if I ever touch up my eyeshadow. I'll touch up lips. Sometimes I'll repowder. The other thing I want to show you guys is a product that is important for this time of year, and a lot of people don't know we have them. These are called, I forget what they're called exactly, beauty blotters. They're called beauty blotters. And these are like a common product out there, but a lot of them I see out there in the market have something in them. Ours are literally tiny little pieces of linen. And they're the softest little pieces of linen you would ever touch. And so you blot with it. Like I wouldn't do this now, but throughout later in the day, if I get shiny, you would take this and you would blot, and it will just take off like it's not taking anything now because I just put that on, right? I don't have any oil breakthrough. So if I was shiny or oily, so oily skin people, combination skin people, this is so great. So you tap it on gentle, don't move it, and it will take just the oil and leave your makeup. It's wonderful. And then you can powder over the top of that. Just like a refresh for your day. Beauty blotters. And I don't know how many, 75 tissues come in this. It lasts forever. Okay, so this should be dry by now. Yep. You can really tell the difference from eye to eye, can't you? So now I'm going to do my my translucent powder. So I'm just going to tap some into the lid because it's like a little like a shaker. It's like a little shaker. And this actually closes. It closes just like you could like any kind of shaker. You close it so if you travel, it won't get all stuck in the lid. Okay, so a little bit of powder in the lid of my translucent powder. Now you might be thinking, this is white powder. It's not. It's clear. This is a color can be used. This is a product that can be used on every skin shade, but it takes the tiniest amount. So here's my big brush that comes in the brush set, and I'm just going to very gently, and I'm going to go over where I put foundation, only where I put foundation. And I did very little foundation on this side of my face. I have a white screen, so this kind of, I don't know if you guys are getting kind of a glare, and my skin might be looking really white. It's because the background of my screen is white, causing a little bit of a glare. But you can see that it just mats it up a little bit. And then when I put my cheeks and if I contour or anything like that, then it's going to be on powder. Powder on powder lasts longer. If you put your cheek color right over your CC cream or right over your foundation, even if it's dry, it's not going to last as long. It's going to, the powder clings to the oils of the liquid. All right, so now let's do our cheek color. Now our cheek color brush is an angled brush. You see that? So it's angled. There we go. It's angled. So the top bristles are longer, and then there's the bottom bristles here, and it's domed. So I'm going to place my color in the center of the dome, not on the tips. I mean, it doesn't matter if it gets a little on the tips. And I'm going to do the same thing I always do. I'm going to touch my color here because remember, you can add more color. It's harder to take it off, especially cheek color. So actually, let me show you how to contour first. Let me do that first. I know you guys don't have a contour, but I would contour first, then put my cheek color on. So we have a brush. This is actually a contour brush and a powder. This is a foundation powder brush. So we have a mineral powder foundation also that you can use. And it's just literally, this one is just a dome. So it's also a contour brush. You can use your the short side of the bristles for your contour. I'm just not very good at that. And then you can use the top bristles for your highlight. And again, I'm not very good at that. So I'm going to show you how to use this brush, okay, because I'm good at that. So here is our latte. It's our contour, the lightest of our contours. And so this is my palette. So right in the dome of the brush. I don't want it too far on the edges. And then, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? Okay, let's do it this way because it'll get in my hair. So I already have a little bit of a shadow that pulls down here, and I don't want that. I want to have more lift on my face. So I just follow a natural, what is naturally there. I'm going to do this a little darker than I would, just so you guys can see. So you guys can see that. What you don't want is it to look like you have dirt on your face, which I see out there sometimes. But I want you to be able to see where that color is. Okay, so I put it there in that area, and then I bring it, let's see if I can do this backwards. I bring it up the side of my face, in my hairline, and around the top. Just a little. I didn't add any more product because my skin's super fair. So, you know, I don't, some of you that have more skin tone, more melanin, more, and especially if you have more of that kind of chocolatey, like milk chocolatey color, the latte is so pretty, so pretty. I have to be a little bit careful. So keeping it out here. See, I brought it down a little too far. You can see right there. So what I would do is I would take my foundation sponge and I would just go over it. I don't know if I can do this backwards, but I would just clean it up a little bit, just like an eraser. Just clean that edge up, okay? So then I would go back to that brush with my cheek color. And the other thing you can do with your powder, for those of us of a more interesting age, color here, you can go right on this outside edge of your jawline, like right on the jawline. Because see, I'm starting to get a little saggy here. So I just can put that shadow. Remember, we're creating a shadow, right? Shadow, shadow, shadow. So I just created some shape to my face. Now your cheek color, I put it on the dome. I have to use a mirror for this. I'm going to start out here just because, again, I have light skin. I'm going to touch like a feather, and then I'm going to come around the apple of my cheek. I was in the sun today. I can tell I got some like little bits of, I can tell that there's like little freckles popped out on my face. So right into my hairline. And then you're going to take your brush that you had the powder on. I like to take a little more powder because it's clear, and I like to soften those edges just a little bit. That look good? I think so. And then last but not least, these tips, the long tips of this brush, of your cheek brush, I'm going to touch it in the highlighter. This one's called Honey Glow. And I'm going to go right across the top of my cheek. Not in my eye well area, not where I have creepy creepies. I'm going to go at the top of my cheek. So sometimes what I do is I smile at myself and I can tell right where that's going to go. And you can see if it's balanced. Can you tell? So cheek color, contour, and a little bit of highlight. Don't over highlight in the summertime. I mean, unless you're going to be inside, because it'll be, it'll be like, it'll catch the sparkles. So there you go. And then last but not least, for those of you that have look cards, Erin, how are you doing out there? You're my client. Are you doing good? I know we're coming up on, I wanted to make this as fast as possible, but it's hard to do this without spending a little bit of time on it. Lip color, you peel this back and the lip color is inside, but I'm just going to take my lip color and put it on and show you. It's a little easier for me to do that. Actually, I'll just put on lip gloss. How about that? Well, actually, I'll show you. So this is a lip color. This one is Sunset Peach. I like it for the summer. I like anything peachy for summer. I have pink on, but that's because that's what I had on sitting out there on the dock. So I would, for summer, I like peaches. I like our sheer colors. Our sheer lip colors are awesome for summer because they're kind of like a lip balm. They're beautiful. I don't have them sitting in front of me. They're actually right over there. But there's 4 shades, and those are my favorite for summer because they're filled with like mango butter and all these summery wonderfulness. But you're going to see this is a gel matte, semi-matte, I believe. And then I'll put our new Hopeful Lilac. Is this Hopeful Lilac or Confident Pink? Excuse me, Confident Pink. I'm going to put it right over the top. Since I'm wearing pink, that peachy tone is a little contrasty. So put a little pink over the top. Takes that peachy color over to the pink side. And there you have it. I already have my mascara on. I have my eyeliner on. So see the difference from side to side. Pretty different. Now you can do that whole contour thing down the center of your nose, or sometimes I'll put it on the end of my nose because I have a nose that's, there. And I don't really want to draw any more attention to it. But there's other things of contouring, other ways to contour also. So let's go back to our picture really quick, and I'll show you how things come. Let's do that next. So this I posted also. So put in some questions. Oh, thank you, Erin. Erin, I'm so glad to see you on here. All right, let me show you how things come. We have specials. So talk to your consultant about her special. She will have some. But if you can see this, if not, it's posted and you can print it out if you'd like to. So this ultimate color set right here is like everything you saw me do, but you didn't see me do the eyeliner or the eyebrow pencil in there, but it has everything that you saw me that I have on. So it's the compact that's refillable right down here with 3 shadows and a cheek color, and that leaves you another side of the compact to do with as you choose. I bet if you filled that compact, if you did this set, I bet your consultant would give you a free cheek color or a couple eyeshadows free to put over on that side. I bet she would. This also comes with your primers I talked about. So here's your foundation primer. Here's your eye primer. There's your foundation, or you can do CC cream, whichever you prefer. Here's a concealer of your choice. You could do under eye corrector or concealer. Talk to her about the having the second one. You can do lip gloss or the lip tints the lip balms, the sheer lip colors that I talked about, or the lip color that you saw me have, or you can do a lip gloss. And then this is the powder, the translucent powder. It's like everlasting powder too. So that is the ultimate color set. That's $204, exactly as shown. Talk to your consultant about specials that go with that. And of course, you guys know that when your skin looks awesome, your color looks awesome, right? A little bit of color, no color, or lots of color. Great skin makes for a great color look. The complete color set has your primer, foundation, more of a basic look. So pencil, mascara, lip color, and your 3 shadows and a cheek color in your compact. The essentials, what was taken out of that is the primer, and the foundation is this essential color set, and it's 101. So there's a few little add-on ones down here that I think are really great. Here's the brushes, so you can see how the brushes come that I showed you. And then these brushes down here on the bottom that are shown, those are individual brushes. You guys, our prices on brushes are unbelievable. Like our foundation brush that I didn't show you. I mean, I kind of did, but it's this one over here. It's flat-sided brush, flat top brush. It's $16. It will last you so long. Or is it 14? It might be 14. Yeah, it's 14. The blending foundation brush is 16. There's the contour brush I did. There's the smudger brush. No, that's the cream color brush right here. And then the eyebrow and angle brush. So that's a 2-ended brush. And then there's that blending sponge that I showed you. All right. So your lip set, I talked about lip primer. That's a lip liner and a lip color. Your lashes set, we have a lip lash primer. Oh, didn't even talk about that. Forgot to tell you I put that on too. And then the brow set. Okay, so the last set that I didn't talk about has that eye makeup remover, your primer, and eyes and such in it too. So there's lots of different pieces that you can add to your color set. And last but not least, this is our foundation, our finishing spray. Super interesting product. Let me do it real quick. So our finishing spray is like hairspray for your face, but it doesn't hurt. So what you do is close your eyes and you're going to make an X with it while you spritz it, and then a T, and that's going to cover your whole face. So, and it feels like $1,000,000 in the middle of the day when I just need like a perk up. And I talked about these little linen blotters. Sometimes I'll just do the blotters, I'll do some powder, and then I'll put this finishing spray back on again. Oh my gosh, it's like awesome. So this holds your color and foundation, the whole thing. So it's literally like hairspray for your face. There you go. All right. Any questions about the sets? All right, I have one more fun thing to show you. This is our Kissology. So once you get your color on, I challenge you, maybe you could take the back of I noticed that this is the back of your color card is clear, or there's no printing right here. So take it after you put your lip color on and give it a smooch. and then take a picture of it and post it. So mine looks like this. So mine looks probably like, I think it's this one. I'm the nature lover. Oh, that's nice. I'd rather be the inspiring optimist though. That's okay. I can be that too if I want to be. So super fun. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. If you would like to purchase, talk to your consultant. Of course, she would be just pleased as punch to take care of you. If you would like to party and do something like this with friends, either on Zoom or to do a Facebook party or to do just a posting party, super, super, super simple, like the simplest of all, then you get our, just for booking it today, you get, or when you watch this, if you're somebody watching the replay, you get our Lux gift. Let me take this off real quick so you can see these, because these are super cool. These are our Lux gift set of 5 lip gloss colors of our unlimited lip glosses. Aren't they beautiful? So you have an array of different colors. They're little minis to put in your purse. I love these. You can only get these from your consultant by booking a party. And today, like within the next, 24 when you're working with her. And then last but not least, if you have not looked at the Mary Kay opportunity in a while, it might be time to, because let me tell you, not only do we have a 57-year track record, but our products aren't 57 years old, right? On trend, all relevant. But this last year, what has happened with in the Mary Kay world has sent women swarming into Mary Kay. And I say that in a positive way, not like in a it's like people looking at Mary Kay and going, wow, I didn't know. You make 50%. Beauty industry is booming, especially online beauty industry is booming. And right now it's $30, you guys, to start your Mary Kay business. And you can start with e-commerce for $30. You get a website and the credit card processing that goes with that. So pretty unbelievable what's going on right now. And we're excited to be able to give women an opportunity to be able to stay at home with their kids, an opportunity to be able to leave their kids here and there, because there is a balance, isn't there? An opportunity to add extra income to a home. I mean, there's so many benefits. I've been around Mary Kay for 31 years, and I cannot even imagine doing anything else. So when you do that in the month of June, if you partner with your consultant, then I give you a set of our $40 eye patches, our hydrogel eye patches, because then you can use those for yourself and a testimony, and to demo if you would like to. So thank you to everybody for being on and watching for so long. I knew it was going to be a little bit of a longer event for us because I wanted to be able to kind of walk you through step by step. I hope that now you can take your look card. If you didn't follow along with me, then play with it, enjoy it. And remember, all the colors are interchangeable with all the other, I don't even know how many colors we have, honestly. I used to know the number, but it's a lot. We have plenty to play with. So one thing that is really important to do with your consultant is walk through the colors and ask her, what are the best colors for me in your style? Everybody has a different style. So finding your style, but having maybe some shimmers and some mattes, some lights, midtones, and darks. So there's some simple ways to do that. Liquid eye colors are also super fun. Throw those in when you can. And especially those of you that are moms that are just want to do something super fast. The Dash Out the Door look has a liquid shadow, mascara, eyeliner. Did I say mascara? And CC cream. Those are really great products for moms to just be able to have a, look like you took a little time, but still fast and out the door. So thank you to all of you. It was an absolute blast. Love you all. Have an awesome rest of your night. Bye.